Morning, everyone. Virgo Triad here. It is October 21st, 2018, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. As promised, I wanted to make sure to update you on the Winston Shroud case and the sentencing that took place yesterday, the 22nd of October, 2018, with regards to what happened in that sentencing. Now, for those of you that did not watch my other video and do not know, Winston Shroud is a guru that pushes the redemption theory, the exact same thing that April LaJune is actually selling in her packages, the exact same thing that is taught by Druana Johnston and all of her different aliases, the same thing that is being taught by Eon channel and several other of the channels that are across social media. These teachings are with regards to something called the redemption theory. If you do not know what that is, you need to go ahead and take a look at some information with regards to the redemption theory. It is largely a quote-unquote sovereign citizen belief. It is based in an ideology that is incorrect and has cherry-picked laws. This includes accepted for value. Accepted for value is not a real financial instrument, never has been, never will be. A lot of the ideology teaches that you can write your own promissory notes, that you can write your own accepted for value presentments and present them into the Treasury Department or via the IRS. Some even teach that you can write your own promissory notes and walk them in to places like banks, car dealerships. These are things that you cannot do. They are illegal. If you write your own promissory note, it better be backed by something, some form of collateral that proves that you have the capability in order for you to be writing these promissory notes, and then the other party must accept them. It does not mean that they have to accept them the way they would have to accept cash. All right? It does not work that way. These people do not tell you that. They like to tell you things that aren't true. They don't really care when people get in trouble behind the schemes because they've already received their funding from you. You've purchased their package. You've purchased their seminar. Whatever it may be, they do not take any personal responsibility for teaching you things that are illegal and will get you thrown in jail. Winston Shroud is a perfect example of exactly what April LaJune has to look forward to. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. You have to keep in mind that the man is 70 years old. It was suggested by the prosecutor's office that he get a total of 20 years. It was suggested, of course, that he just received probation by his attorney, which is absolutely ridiculous, as there have been several people that have gone to prison and are now serving time due to Winston Shroud's actual seminars. So I'm going to go ahead and read a small part of this article, and then I'm going to link it in the description so you can take a look at it yourself. For those of you looking at or have already purchased a package like this from the likes of someone like April LaJune or any of the others that have been mentioned on my channel, or someone else that you may find online, be aware that this is what is happening. They are cracking down on these things. It states that a federal judge Monday sent tax dodger Winston Shroud, a prominent sovereign citizen with an international following, to prison for 10 years for issuing fake financial documentations to banks and the U.S. Treasury and failing to file tax returns from 2009 to 2014. Now, many of you have sent comments. A lot of them were so blown up and ugly that they actually had ended up having to be blocked from my channel. But a lot of people have forwarded information stating Winston Shroud never had anything to do with accepted for value or falsified promissory notes, one and the same in reality. And he is just being sentenced for tax evasion. Do not believe that hype. Even this article, and if you go through the case, you will see that he was indicted on 19 counts of fraud. 13 of them had to do with fake financial documents that he either tried to issue to banks or A4V that he tried to present through the Treasury via the IRS. Only 6 had to do with actually committing tax evasion. Only 6 out of the 19. All right. The judge stated you're 70 years old. This may very well be a life sentence. And he stated, I'm well aware of that. The sentence was half the 20-year term that a prosecutor sought, but far more severe than the probation that Shroud's defense lawyer urged. Shroud aimed to cheat the Treasury and banks and preached his illegal schemes to hundreds of others in paid seminars across the country and abroad, including about a dozen people who are convicted of fraud themselves for following Shroud's teachings, according to the prosecutor. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. For those of you that have purchased packages from April to June, for example, and any other place online that have to do with accepted for value, this is what you have to look forward to. Eventually, they're going to get caught. They're going to get charged, and they're going to prison. And since you are responsible for your own actions, if you have played a part in presentments of A4V, and instead of heeding the original warning that the IRS sends back to you, you continue to push back, as is suggested in April LaJune's own videos, you will find yourself just like the dozen people who pushed back that Winston Shroud actually attempted to try to tell to do that to. Find yourself committing fraud and facing actual prison time, just like these people. I'm going to let you guys read this for yourselves. And I would also ask that for those of you that are really interested in this or maybe looking at purchasing a package or something yourself, take a look at the actual case, the actual Winston Shroud case. You will find that he's doing exactly, I mean, not even a little bit different than what these other individuals, specifically April LaJune and Druana Johnston, are doing online right now by selling their packages. The only difference is he gave seminars versus selling packages. This is illegal. A accepted for value or A for V is not a real thing. It is something that has been made up. All right, I hope this helps and everybody takes a look at it and takes it seriously. It is becoming more serious, folks, because these people that have been out there for years and years doing this, that a lot of the explosion that occurred in summer of 2017 with the Harvey Dent video on, pay your bills with your social security number, are now starting to take notice to these newbies. And they're starting to catch some of the old timers here, like Winston Shroud. Takes a long time to catch these people. And most of the time, as in this case, they catch the people that are following them and that have purchased their packages or seminars, and they end up having legal troubles themselves prior to catching the actual guru. You need to think before you act. Matter of fact, do what April LaJune's website tells you to do. Consult an accountant and an attorney before purchasing her package. Watch their face when they take a look at what's in that package, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Because they're about to tell you that if you do that, you're going to prison. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.